everybody. Hey everybody. How's everybody doing? Last day of 30 days of streaming in a row for International Guitar Month. I hope everybody's doing great on this Sunday. Figured I'd start out rocking it right out of the gate. Yeah. Here we go. Give you guys a good order. first time playing to this one. This is a cool track. Very cool track. I think I'll keep it around for a while. Thanks for hanging in there and getting here, everybody. Appreciate it. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Janice. Oh, looks like it's time to play again. Here we go. Back at it. Oh, that was a fun one. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. What's going on, everybody? Wendy's loving this track. Yeah, I just figured I'd check out a couple of... I have this program where I can actually build backing tracks. So I was messing around with it a little bit earlier. And this was one of the demo ones. It's pretty killer, I think. It was fun to play to. I might play to it again. So I believe it was in the key of A, with F sharp minor was our tonal center. Pretty cool progression. Yeah. Definitely cool. Thanks, Jim. Jim Schultz in the house. Hello, Jim. Let's see. I missed a bunch of people because I was having fun playing. But I was watching you guys. I tried to do the one-handed thing and get the comments up. Straight out of serotonin. Yes, 30 days. 30 days in a row of streaming live in celebration of International Guitar Month. That's right. Let's see who was on up front. So Mike Mike was the first commenter. Okay, I made it. Awesome. Good to see you, Mike. I know you said you were jumping out and then you're going to come back. Hello, Amy Lynn Tucker. Thank you so much for all your help this month with Twitch. I have become officially an affiliate with Twitch. And everybody over there who has helped out. I know Janice made an account, and a bunch of you guys and gals did that as per my request. And then followed me over there and subscribed. And Amy has gifted out subscriptions, and so has my wife. So it's really awesome to see that people are starting to form a community over there. I think when I first started at the beginning of the month, I had just about 50. And now I have 85 or more, I think. 85, 84, 85, I don't know. Somewhere around the 80s. So got 30 followers. So I guess that's like one person a day, huh? That was pretty cool. That works. Let's see. Who else? Brian, hello. Thank you so much. Let's see. So yeah, if anybody has time to make an account for Twitch, please do, because the whole Facebook thing I think is going to come to an end this month, because I don't even see if there's anybody on right now on Facebook. They squashed my reach. I don't even know if anybody sees my posts anymore. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing too much over there on Meta. We're going to be hanging on YouTube and on Twitch. So yes, April was my birthday month. It's International Guitar Month. Tonight is the big finale. And we'll see what I do coming up in May. I don't think I'm going to be able to go live every day, as much fun as it has been. But we'll see if we can do a few few times a week. Yeah. Let's see. I don't think I have looked for you on Facebook. Oh, that's okay, Pendar. You don't have to. But you're welcome to. Yes. But yeah, if anybody has an Amazon Prime account, then you automatically have a free Twitch account. So go sign up and you can subscribe to me for free and I make some money. So that's really cool. Please do so. It helps, finance some things like picks and coffee. Yeah. So if you dig what I'm doing and you want to support for free and it doesn't cost you a dime, sign up with Prime. Oh my God, that was complete cheese, wasn't it? Oh, yes. All right, let's see. So Mandar is here. Hello. And Pendar. Whoops. Hey, Tim Thomas. Guys are chatty, so the chat was moving right out from under me. Jim Schultz is saying hello to Wendy. Let's see. Jim Schultz, good friend for many years and bass player in our cover band. Complicated. Yes. Fun band. Miss playing live with that band. It was a lot of fun to do gigs because we had some multi-instrumentalists in the band and we'd switch it up and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, let's see. Archie's in the house. Hello, Archie. What's going on, Archie? Good to see ya. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Hello, Janice. I know Janice went over to Twitch as well, so that's really cool. And I appreciate anybody who has. Really helps out. Let's see. Donuts for Wendy. No more donuts for Wendy. Oh, that's great. Let's see. Straight out of Serotonin. Thank you. And I know you guys are doing the bits and the cheers and they don't show up in this chat the same. So anybody who's doing that, I really appreciate it. They show up weird. So I know you're doing them, but it's not like it is on Twitch. Let me open it up over here. Where's the mouse? All right, there we go. Very cool. Let's see what else is going on here on the comment section, or I should say in the comment section. Cousin Mike jumped over to Twitch. Thank you so much. Hey guys, happy end of the month. That's right. Yeah, it's closing in. Tomorrow is Monday and it's May 1st. How cool is that? A Monday starting out with the first day of the month. Pretty cool. And the month is May. And the day is Monday. Yeah. A lot of things lining up. I'm just talking crap. BSing. That's what I'm doing right now. David Granger, hello. Happening now. Well, yes. Glad you're here. Thank you. Good to see you. Let's see. Jamie here. Awesome. 8Hammer2. That's right. That's your name on Twitch. Got to keep track of all your all your different aliases. Ah, yes. So, actually, I'm going to save this backing track to somewhere that I know where it is. Save as, and let's throw it over to where do I, you know what, for now let's put it on the desktop because I don't know where it's going to go. Then we'll take care of that later. Bam. And let's open another one because that was fun. We'll just figure out the key as we go. Open song. Let's see. Open song. Let's go to rock demo. Rock demo was cool, right? We're gonna stick with that genre. Rock demo. What do we have? Search this Mac for rock demo. Rockin' hard. Well, that's gotta be good, right? Well, this one says thrash. That might be too much. What else do we have? Hey, Matt Lucas, you may jam for us some in May. I may. Actually, I may. That's hilarious. Cousin Mike. All right, we got my former student and buddy, Matt Lucas. Lucas Literature. Hello, hello. Slayer. Actually, there's a track here that says Thrasher, so maybe let's throw it on. Let's see what happens. What is going to happen? What key are we in? We don't even know. I'm just going to pick this one. Let's see. 2 guitars, electric bass, acoustic guitar in Thrasher? That's weird. Let's go to this one. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. I have a feeling this isn't going to be thrash like we think, but we'll give it a whirl. It looks like it's in the same key. Boo, I wanted a different key. I wanted a challenge. All right, here we go. I don't know what's going to happen. Well, it wasn't heavy metal thrash, but it's kind of heavy. Try again. was cool too. I think I'll have to save that one as well. Another fun one. All right, let's save that. Save song as. And throw you in my favorites. No, we're going to put it on the desktop because I will never find it. Yes, let's see. Archie sounds almost like the backing track I was jamming with earlier. Yes, you said that. That was cool. Cool, man. Let's see. I love that flanged big hair tone. Yeah, me too. I grew up with that stuff. All right, Mandar's giving me the fire and the flames. Don't ask me to play that song though. I'll have to watch it back. I don't remember what I did. Thanks, Janice. Yes, I got you there. Dwight, thank you. Let's see. I can sit with one good backing track and jam with it for an hour or two. Yes, time flies when you're having fun. Absolutely. That's how I got good at improvising and being able to hear where tracks go, or where the song's going, almost without knowing the song, predicting the chord changes. And I actually remember my buddy there, Jim Schultz, said that about me when I was a sub in one of the bands that turned out to be our current cover band, metamorphosis of that band. But anyhow, Jim, that was a very cool thing you said, was that I could predict the chord changes, and it's based on theory, so I can hear where the song's going and figure it out. Let's see. Man, well done on 30 days, 30 shows, major kudos. Thank you, man. I'd like to say it was a lot of work, but it really wasn't. It was a lot of fun. That's what it was. It's been a lot of fun hanging out and, meeting some of the new people coming in and hanging out with some of the past people that I, when I was doing my Monday Night Live shows, and you guys came back, so that was very cool. Glad to see that you're joining me again. Yeah. So tonight, last one for April, not the last one forever. We'll have to see how it goes, what the schedule's going to allow. I probably won't stream like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because those are my real late night teaching nights. So I'll have to figure it out. But I will be back for sure. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Where did that go? Stop moving. There it is. I'm so glad you did, or we wouldn't have found you. Yes, and likewise. If I didn't, I wouldn't have found you, or you wouldn't have found me to find you. That could go on for hours, can't it? Hey, from Boston. Sorry I'm late. Couldn't get the but I got the pizza. That's great. All right. Well, thank you. Glad you made it, Surfer Boy. Ah, yes. I have yet to summon up the courage even to do one. Well, come on, go for it. Yeah, let's see. Pretty impressive 30 days. You did it. Thank you. Yeah. How many students do... Whoa, where did that go? Where did it go? Come back. How many students do you have nowadays? It probably is close to at least 30, 40 students. Yeah, at least. So, and right now it's kind of those 3 days and then Saturdays as well. So you figure almost 10 a day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's like 30. And then, yeah, so we're looking at close to 40 at least. So it's, it's tiresome, but it's fun. I love teaching. Yeah, I mean, Jamie, you've taken lessons from me, and I don't think you could ever say I was bored or not enthusiastic about teaching. It's kind of like what we're doing right now, except it'll be with a direct purpose of a tune or theory. So let's see. Wendy's saying hey. He's saying hey back. We got Dwight saying hello. Yes, nice. Yeah, it's good. It's mainly what I do for a living. That has always been number one, is teaching. So teaching has been number one. Playing gigs and studio work has always been second, because I've always had students. So yeah, and it's always been busy. So that's the way it's been working. Thanks. You definitely have a passion for it. Yes, I do. It's really rewarding, especially when, well, it's many levels of rewarding. So the first notes that anybody plays is totally rewarding for me to see that happen. Someone struggling with just holding the guitar, and then they get a clean note, and that's their first lesson, and they're just like, wow, that was cool, I did it, and then after a while, students like Matt over on Twitch, Lukish Literature, who now is a writer and a tattoo artist, and he took the guitar and took that creativity, and he still plays, but now he's vented that into another stream of art. And my other student, Mike, who opened up his own School of Rock. So it's really rewarding when you get to see the people that you've taught do things. So it's really awesome. Another student, Mike Friedman, who's in the industry. He's in Sam Ash. So it's really pretty wild. Hey Vince, only popping in for a few, but wanted to say congrats on a month of live streams. Pretty amazing. Thanks, Brian. Thank you. Brian is a guitarist, guitar teacher. He has a show. Go check him out. He's got a show, Chasing Sound. Sorry, Brian, if I got it wrong, but you can put it in the comments, so that way it's the right title. Chasing Sound, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Check out Brian. He does a mailer every Sunday, which is really cool, and goes live occasionally. I think he stopped for a while, but yeah, he's been back on it. Let's see, I'm missing stuff here. Sometimes I play lefty to remind myself what it was like starting out. I do that too on occasion, just to show my students that I wouldn't be good if I didn't practice. I just flip the guitar over and I show them, like, look, I'm terrible. I can't do anything the other way, but it's because I practiced that this hand is in sync with this hand now. Let's see. Need to ask. Courtesy is a big part of who I am. Well, that's like, what is that hanging on the wall behind your right shoulder? Is it a monster guitar? Ah, yes. Well, whoops. There we go. That is the Ultra Zone guitar, and it's built by a guy named Alistair Hay, and it was made for Steve Vai. And the whole story behind that is Alistair lives in Ireland, and Steve Vai's tour came around for the Ultra Zone, which you can see the CD. Hey, I actually pointed in the right direction for something. Right there. Woohoo, there it is. That CD, the Ultra Zone. And then Alistair was in the audience on that tour and got stricken by the creation demon and had to build that guitar from the artwork. It was a giant backdrop behind Steve. And oddly enough, here in the U.S., I got to meet Steve on that tour and hang out with them. And it was a lot of fun. The band was amazing. And then, 25 years later, or it was the 30th anniversary, I don't know, I don't remember. It was probably 25th anniversary of that album. Steve decided to go on tour. And Alistair decided to build replicas of that guitar. And he went to California and got the original guitar that he built him in 1990, whatever year that was, and brought it back to Ireland, made a mold out of it, and was able to do, I'm pretty sure that's a carbon fiber body and neck. It's a mold. And he did that of the original guitar. Now, the original Vi guitar that Steve has is a Steinberger rowboat paddle looking guitar. Okay, that travel Steinberger where it was just like, a block with a neck. And Alistair glued all of his creative mold to that guitar and used that as the core guitar. But this guitar is actually an entire mold, so it's a lot stronger. So Steve took the guitar on tour, and my wonderful wife, being a Steve Vai fan, was searching around on the internet just to see what was going on with the tour and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, Wendy stumbles on this guy, Alistair, who is making replicas and doing a one-off for his Ultrazone tour. So Wendy wound up buying the guitar, and we went to Ireland and hung out with Alistair and his wife, who were incredible. And we went to the show at the place where Alistair first saw Vi with the guitar that inspired him to build the other one. And then we went and hung out with Steve before the show. And that was a lot of fun. And then we wound up going to the after party afterwards. And Philip Bino, the bass player, remembered me from the first tour, like in the late 90s or early mid-90s. I can't remember when it was. And so did Dave. And it was quite a time. So what's going to happen with that guitar is I want to get Steve Vai to not Steve, sorry. I want to get Alistair to maybe do a live stream with me from Ireland and have him talk about the guitar. So that would be really wild. So I'm going to try and work that out for May. And if our schedules don't line up, then maybe what I'll do is I will just briefly interview him for a few minutes and make a video and tell the story with details and pictures of that guitar, because it was quite an experience. And it plays amazing. So let's see. You haven't played in so long, I might as well start lefty. No, don't do it. It costs more money to play lefty. All right, let's see here. We had some other comments. So Archie says, cool. That's so cool, man. Yes, it's called the Ultrazone guitar. I believe it has stainless steel frets. It lights up. It has lasers that shoot out of it. And it's pretty insane. If you look up Steve Vai at Vicar Street, Wendy just put it in the there you go, Vicar Street. If you look that up on YouTube and you look for, I believe it's Racing the World, you'll see Steve come over to, when you're looking at it, stage right, so that would be his right of the stage. You'll see him walk over, and he actually hands Wendy a guitar pick. Pretty much hands it to her. We were better than front row. They put us in the photography pit. So we got special treatment that night. It was really quite a show. Steve Vai is quite the host. Let's put it that way. That's me in the front row. He's throwing his pick too. That's right. So it was quite the trip, and I'd like to document it in an official video and actually have Alistair guest on it. And who knows, maybe Alistair could get Steve on, and we could have a video conference of the three of us talking about the guitar, and that would be pretty incredible. Yeah. So we'll get Wendy involved too, since we both went. It was an awesome trip. All right, so let's see. David Granger put the Ultrazone Emerald guitar in the comments. Cool. Yeah, you can just look it up. It's on Steve Vai's site. and it's probably on Alistair's site as well. Let's see. Whoops. I keep hitting the wrong thing. Jeez. Move it over. There we go. I'm playing lefty when I hurt my finger and could not play. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. If that's working for you, then, you know. All right. So I'm going to play a little bit. Let's see. We'll go with this trend of finding backing tracks that are random. Hopefully it'll be a different key this time. Let's see what else I could find. Actually, oh yes, Emerald Guitar's story. Yes, awesome. Yeah, he put up a story about it. So David found it. Emerald Guitar's story. Yeah, Alistair's a great builder. Incredible acoustic guitars that he makes. They're beautiful. All right, so let's open up another jam track and let's see what happens. Alrighty, let's go to here. Let's go to open song. What's this? No, I don't want to save that. Just open up and let's go with rock demo. Let's see how that is. Let's see, what do we have in rock demo? Alistair builds Emerald guitars. Yes, Alistair Hay is his name. Hay. Alistair Hay. He's a really great builder. Great builder. Let's see. What is this? Oops. Come on. Open up. Rockin' hard. Driving British rock. Oh, these are so funny. LA hard rock. Oh, that sounds like it's going to be some hair metal. Well, let's see what this is. It doesn't tell me the key. Hopefully it's a different key. Let's open that up. Yeah, that looks different. All right. Yes, they are. They're sweet guitars, man. They're beautiful. Emerald guitars. Alistair Hay. Tell him I sent you. He'll remember. For sure. One of the best lessons from Vince, I wasn't even looking for one. I was stuck playing an old Yngwie song over and over and over. One time he heard me play it again and simply said, "You play anything else?" Just hearing that broke me out of a rut and helped me move on. Lots of laughs, simple things. You know, it's funny. That happened to me too. A long time ago, I was doing sessions for a guy that I used to work with at Robbie's Music. Robbie's Music. Remember that place in Mahwah? They're out of business now. Robbie's Music in Mahwah. I was doing a session for this guy, Dan. He had a studio in Hoboken. And talk about work. The guitar part was easy. His studio was on the 3rd floor of an apartment building that didn't have an elevator. So I would have to double park, and he would unload my car, and I would go find a spot, and then the two of us would run my gear up the stairs. Holy cow. This was when I was 17 and in much better shape. So we would run the stuff up, and then I'd set it all up, and we would do these sessions. And every time I sat down, apparently, I would unconsciously play this particular thing. And after like probably 10 sessions, he goes, "Dude, whatever you're doing there is great, but you should do something different." And I said, "I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. I just sit down and play." And he said, "Well, it's always the first thing you play." And I was like, wow. Okay. So I'll pay attention and try and do something different every time I sit down. And literally every time I sit down, I try and do something different. I try and make sure it's a different key that I jam to. I try and make sure that if I'm noodling, it will be with a point, a purpose, instead of just, whacking out notes and having no direction to it. Let's see. I think I've seen Larry Mitchell play an Emerald acoustic. Yes, that's an Emerald that Larry has. Yep. It's a nice guitar. Very nice guitar. So years ago, before Alistair was famous for building these guitars, because he's pretty famous now, he was using Parker Fly fretboards and frets, the stainless steel frets and the carbon fiber and glass epoxy neck fingerboards, and he was buying them from Ken, and he and Ken had no problem working together. But when Parker got acquired by U.S. Music, they put the kibosh on it and almost put Alistair out of business. So much like my Cort and Ibanez story about how they were doing replicas of guitars, Alistair certainly wasn't doing replicas of guitars, but he was relying on another company for parts, which was a major part. It was the neck, it was the fretboard, the fingerboard, and the frets. So after that happened, he was forced to figure it out on his own and create something where he didn't have to rely on anyone. Now, back then, it was probably a lot harder to get things going, and thankfully he did, because it's a great company. Great guitars. I've played some of his acoustics. When we went there, we were in his shop, and he had crazy guitars, like quadruple necks, and awesome electric guitars that never went anywhere. I don't think he ever sold them. They were just beautiful guitars, and he got really into the acoustic thing, so I don't think he ever did a production model of any of his electrics. So he can build guitars. Great stuff. All right, so let's see how this backing track sounds. It says it's in the key of A, but I'm going to be daring, and let's just change the whole thing to like something wacky. Let's see. Let's go to the key of, where is it? So if we go to the key of E flat, that'll be C minor. So let's make it E flat. B flat minor 7. Well, let's see. E flat will have a B flat in it for sure. It'll be a nicer sound though. The minor 7 for that key would actually be D, minor 7 flat 5. So we're going to go with E flat, just because I feel like trying. Here we go. Whoop, make it stop. I want to go here. Let's do it. There we go. It's only a minute. Oh, we got to loop that more. That's not happening. No way. Oh, who knows? I might stink at it, though. Well, let's leave it at 3 minutes. There. was fun. A little E flat. A little E flat major. Jim said G flat. Yeah, well, next jam track we'll throw in G flat. Why not? Price, good to see you. Yes, the last one in April. This is it. The official International Guitar Month is over tonight. So I don't know if you were here the other night, but I was saying that you were an awfully talented dude, Mr. Price Blythe. Yeah, I was saying that you made, I believe, well, for one, you made my VG right there. Yeah. Price has done a lot of cool stuff for me over the years as far as, like, graphic art stuff, which is really cool. Yeah. He did my intros for my videos on YouTube, the cartoon me playing the Parker Fly. And if you look on the floor of that video and behind me, you'll see a glowing Axe-Fx. And by the way, that's an Axe-Fx 2. And Price was able to capture that in the cartoon as well. Yes, and he writes good tunes, and he plays guitar, and he plays saxophone. Yeah. Definitely a creative dude, former student of mine. Check him out. Yeah, let's see. Auto-wah. No, that was me actually using my foot on the wah-wah. And I forgot to turn on that camera, so I can't show you the pedals. Can I? Nope. It looks like it's still... It looks like it's off. Let's see. I'll have to turn that on. But anyway... Let's see. What did I miss? Anything? Let's see. Who's here? Thanks, Matt. Wendy's saying hello to Price. All right. Yep, I enjoy it. I think I'll tell you, I'll do more than I end up doing. Yeah, I know. It's okay. You're busy. Pretty sure I owe you stuff. Yes, it's okay. It's all good. I might bug you for something, though, because I have a couple of things that I want to solidify on my website. But we'll see. It's not, not too important. All right. Let's see what's going on. The backing track situation again. We'll pick another random. All right. Let's go to Open Tune. Let's try that again. Open Song. Nope. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Rock Demo. That was kind of country, don't you think? I thought that was kind of country sounding. That last one. It's pretty cool, though. Let's see. We'll do it in G flat for Jim. Let's see. Rock and bass. Ooh, what's that? Rock and bass. Let's see what the rock and bass one is. Let's try it out. Rock and bass. I don't know. Here it goes. How many minutes is it before I start this? Because we don't want it to be 1 minute again. Okay, cool. I can leave it where it is. All right, let's see what this one's all about. All right. And away we go. I forgot to change it to G flat. That's what Jim wants. Jim wants G flat. G flat major it is, man. Here we go. Well, that's a keeper. I like that one. I'm going to leave it right in G flat. Yeah, I haven't played in G flat in a long time. I have an original in G flat. It just reminded me. If Mike Plays Bass is still here, he knows the G flat tune. I should probably practice that one more time and see if I can remember my own song. Ay, ay, ay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's a keeper. Yes, thank you. Whoops. Got some applause. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to save that one to the desktop. That one's a good one. Thanks, Jim, for putting it in G flat. Anybody else want to throw a key at me? Hey, that might be sorry. Busted at chicken picking. Good to see you, Ruffalo. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, probably. Let's see. Yeah, I wish. John 5. John 5 is ridiculous. A lot of people are on the fence with John 5 because he's doing the Motley Crue thing and they're not thrilled with Motley Crue and they're not thrilled with him playing in Motley Crue because he's not like Mick Mars. And he's kind of shredding over some of the Crue stuff. However, if you check out John 5's original stuff, the dude is ridiculous. Like, really good. Scary good. So check out John 5. Vibe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're gonna hurt yourself. That's right. Watch out, kid. You're gonna shoot out your eye. Yes. Thanks, Dwight. All right, so let's save this one to the desktop. And actually, that was like 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm going to extend it before I save it. Let's save it to 4 repeats, which will put me at what? Yeah, 4 minutes is good. All right, so let's save you. Save as. Bam. And get yourself over to the desktop, buddy. Desktop. There we go. All right, so that's 3 out of 4 that are keepers. Anybody got a key for me? Throw out a key. Let's see how I do. Let's open song and pick some random backing track. Let's see. Let's go with blues rock. Blues rock. How about that? Not blues rack. There we go. Blues rock. Find me some blues rock demos. All right. C major sharp 9. Well, that's a chord, but I could do C sharp, the key of C sharp. And we have C flat major from Ruffalo. Let's see. Let's go here. So we got C flat major. But why not? Oh, that's great. C major sharp 9. Awesome. Let's see. I bet you could rock Summer Song. I love that tune. Again, though, I haven't really learned any Satriani stuff. This will be completely by ear from memory. I think a million years ago, C minor, I did C minor already because that was the key of E flat. So we'll have to do another one. Give me another one, Jamie. Where was I going with this? So, oh yeah, so with Jim Schultz, years ago, he's like, oh, we got to do Summer Song. And we had a cover band. So he's like, come on, you got to do Summer Song. So I was like, all right, I'll learn it if the band will learn it. So everybody agreed to learn it. Jim and I learned it, and nobody else in the band learned it. So that was the end of that. And I haven't played it since because I was like, you know what? It's such a waste of time. We never did it, but this is all I remember of it. Oh, hang on. Jim is still waiting. cool harmonics. They were in a weird spot too. Oh, that was it. I don't remember it. Anyway, then there was the cool, of course, guitar part. That's it. Hold on, we need the wah-wah pedal. There it is, sort of. Jim is still waiting. Yeah. I'd play it with you. Absolutely. See? I know. I don't know what the other guys were thinking. We had what? Drums, bass. No, you were bass, Jim. Drums, the other guitar player. Yeah, keyboard. Yeah, I tried. I'm starting to remember it. That's right, he moves it up an octave. It was like a cool little riff. Anyway, yeah. That's out the window. I'll have to work on it. Amazing, huh? Years ago, you had to listen and play along with a record CD to practice songs, look for tabs in books, etc. Internet changed everything. Yeah, you could just go on and... What I do, I don't even bother with people that figure out songs because half the time they're wrong. And I have students that are on here right now that I've been teaching that can attest to it. I will not mention names, but there's a very large YouTuber out there, and he figured out a song by Pantera, and I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, he's wrong. It's a minor seventh chord. It's not a minor chord. And, of course, after I figured it out, I went back to this guy's video, and it was up there for like 10 years. So he had this song up there that he figured out for 10 years. And in the comments, not in the comments, in the description, he puts, oops, I made a mistake. It should be an F minor 7, F sharp minor 7. And I was like, look, he admitted that he was wrong, but instead of changing the video, so now nobody really reads those things. But, once the video goes up and you get 1 million views, you don't want to take it down because you're making the money. So a lot of these guys, you got to watch it. Those dudes are wrong. Sorry. So I just go and watch the guy who wrote the song. That's how I do it. If you want to learn a song, look up Joe Satriani and figure it out from watching him. And whatever. I'm just using Joe Satriani as an example, but any song you want to learn, the band that wrote it is up there playing it. And sometimes you'll even find a video of the guitar player from that band explaining his own song. What's Jim saying here? I remember those Guitar Tab books that were way wrong. That's the last. The Extreme Pornography book was terrible. Yes. Yeah, and they're making money on this stuff. It's like, man, it's just not right. Totally not right. I just played along with YouTube videos for records that I have. Yeah, that's cool too. But don't play, you got to be careful who you're watching that teaches, because, the internet has made everybody a teacher. All right, let's see what do we have here before I get out of control and start going crazy here about what I don't like about the internet. What I do like about the internet is I could find anything I want by any awesome guitar player and then make a very educated decision on whether or not a certain individual has figured it out right. But I usually always recommend to all my students to make sure you watch the dudes or dudettes who wrote it. Because they're not wrong. They wrote it. All right. Let's see. Rock demo. It's not showing me anything good in blues, so rock demo. Come on. All right. Let's see. Let's go zip. Oh, cool. All right. So did anybody pick a key? Let's see. Let's see. And sometimes they play their own song. Yeah, it depends on who it is, especially the older, unfortunately, rockers now. They're getting on and they're playing stuff wrong. Rolling Stones and mono videos. Yeah, Rolling Stones. Keith Richards is great. He's so underrated. A lot of cool riffs. I do the same. I'll watch Jimmy Page play live and try to see what he's doing. Exactly. And the younger audience says, what's a record? Yes. What's a record? What's a cassette? Yeah. Yes, at least when I watch... Wait. Yes, at least when you watch, you can get the correct position. Yes, then you can get the correct position. I see what's going on there. F major. Okay, we're going to get a song in the key of F. Cool. Let's see. Frank, what's up, man? Hello. Thanks for being here. Thanks for dropping in. This is the last stream of the month. 30 days in a row of streaming live. Streaming live. Talking about music, guitar playing, guitar pedals, you name it. We've covered a lot of ground in 30 days. So that's pretty wild. Let's see. Oh, yeah, 8 tracks. Holy cow. It never failed, right? The 8-track. Right in the middle of a song. It was like, what? That drove me nuts. Archie wants me to play Summer Song. Yeah, I don't know it well enough. That's all I remember of it, was what I faked of it before. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Hard rock straight ahead. Let's see what that is. That sounds promising. Hard rock straight ahead. Crunchy. We have Crunchy. Deluge. What else? Healing. Healing and heavy. Interesting. Oh, and then we have Nausea. Maybe we'll just stay in this little grouping here. These all sound interesting. All right, so we're going to do Crunchy in the key of F. Whatever that's going to be. We'll see what happens. All right. Thank you. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so they have it in D minor, which is the same as the key of F. That's handy. That works. I don't have to change the key. It's in the key of F. All right, here we go. Let's see how it goes. Ah, yes, reel to reel. I did some recordings on reel to reel years ago with that guy in Hoboken. Dan was his name. He had reel to reel in his house. I mean, that's really all that there was. This was the late... What year was that? It had to be the 80s. So, yeah, Dan had reel to reel. There was no... well, yeah, there was nothing digital. Absolutely nothing digital. The only thing we had for computers was running a SMPTE code and having a MIDI track so you could lock your keyboards in or video. But that was all new, too. And very unstable, I must say. All right, here we go. Let's go for it. Key of F for Jamie. like that one too. I'm going to keep that one as well. Let's see. You guys were chatty. I don't think any YouTube guitarist has done 30 straight days live. Wow. I guess, yeah, that could be a record. 30 days straight live. I don't know. I haven't seen it happen. That's a cool thing. Let's see. What else did you guys and gals talk about? Yes, early days of MIDI using 3.5 floppies. I still have stuff on a 3.5 floppy, and I actually have my very first recording computer, which was an Atari. You remember that? The Atari? I wish I can get some of that stuff off of there, because there were some really cool tracks that we did, and it was in sync with a 6-track. And you know what, Jim? Oh man, I sold the 6-track to Rich Brazel. Yeah, I sold that 6-track to Rich. Yep. Jim knows Rich. Thank you, Mandar. Very cool. Face it, Vince. You could jam over just about anything. This is true. It's probably not fair. Ah, yes. Maybe not playing every day. Yeah, I don't know. I have to see what. I don't think anybody's done a daily thing. Yeah. You recorded on it. That's great. Did you record on it at my place or at Rich's? I wonder. I don't remember. I think I'm running over my guitar cable. What's going on here? I'm stuck on something. All right. Dwight, giving the applause. Thank you. Alrighty, so let's see. Let's save that one to the desktop. Save as. Desktop. Where are you? There we go. Yep. Alright. So, let's see about fun facts. What do we have for our fun fact for the evening? So, fun fact, Keith Moon, drummer from The Who, once drove a car into a hotel swimming pool. And he also drove it into a lake after faking a fight with his wife. This is how crazy Keith Moon was. He faked a fight with his wife, drove the car off into this lake that they lived by. And she thought he totally killed himself because he wasn't coming up. He had scuba gear in the back seat and came up in the scuba gear. That must have been a hard dude to live with. What a nut. Let's see. Yeah, some of these fun facts weren't exactly that fun, but I tried to get some rock stuff so it wasn't like last night with the ABBA fun facts and the dance stuff, because I was getting some guff from a couple of people. Here's a good one. Eric Clapton. I wonder if Jim Schultz knows this. Jim's a big Eric Clapton fan. So Eric Clapton is the only person to be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How many times? Does anybody know? Does Jim know? Don't Google it. Come on. How many times? He's the only person to be inducted X amount of times for his accomplishments. Anybody? Anybody know how many times? Don't Google it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Frank says 2. Close. It was 3. 3 times. And it was for the Yardbirds, Cream, and Eric Clapton as a solo artist. Oh, Jim comes in as 3, so I don't know if... I know there's a delay. So you're probably just hearing the answer. Yep. What's the question? Was how many times... Yeah, it was how many times was Eric Clapton inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So he's the only artist, actually, to be inducted 3 times. All right, let's see. I had a couple of good ones. Jimi Hendrix was no. See, that's not right. They have here. Yeah, that's not right. I'm not even gonna bother with that. Right. Yeah, bummer. I tried to find like some metal ones, and there wasn't really such great metal ones, but Yardbirds with Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, and of course Jeff Beck. They were all in that band. And Jimmy Page was in the band with Jeff Beck, and Jeff recommended Jimmy as the new bass player, and then that didn't work out, and then they both started playing guitar together, and then that turned out to be bad, and then Jeff wound up getting fired. Yeah, that's a fun fact right there. Let's see. I did find a cool one of... Oh, here we go. This is where I wrote the ones that I wanted to keep down. Okay, so the song Holy Diver by Dio was inspired by a scene in the movie The Exorcist when the demon Pazuzu is referred to as the diver. Never knew that. Pretty wild. Love the Yardbirds too. Absolutely. Yes, Beck. What a lineup. Absolutely. And can you imagine Jimmy Page on bass? So what happened was their bass player either quit or got fired, and Jeff was like, "Oh, I know this guy. I'm really good friends with him." And they were tight. Jimmy and Jeff were pretty tight. And that kind of put a little hiccup in their friendship because after a while they got another bass player because they had planned actually to throw Jeff out. He was getting sick on tour a lot, and he was having a lot of gear trouble. So what wound up happening was he every night wound up like destroying his amp. And you got to remember, for the time period, there were no music stores in every city. So he would smash the amp on stage and put the headstock through the cone and right through the front grill and wreck mostly the amp and make it unusable. He never really broke the guitar because that was his favorite telly at the time. And they had to fly amps in from around the country by the next day. So they were really getting mad with Jeff. And what wound up happening was after Jimmy got the bass gig, they said on the QT, "Jimmy, you're going to play guitar and we're going to get another bass player, and Jeff isn't coming on the European tour." And they didn't even have the nerve to fire Jeff in person. They called him up on the phone. And they said, it was an interview recently that I watched. It's an older interview with Jeff, and he said, they called him up on the phone and said, "Hey, Jeff, good morning." And I guess it was the end of whatever tour that they were on. And you're going to be finding your way home today. And we're going on it. No, actually, they said it this way. They said, we're going on a European tour. That's what they said to him. And he was all excited for about a second. And they said, "Without you, you'll be going home today." They called him on the phone in his hotel room. Let him go. That's such a bummer. I mean, come on. You're fired as Jeff Beck. And he even said like he felt like that was it. Like his career was over. He was crushed. So thankfully he found his way out of that depression and started the Jeff Beck Group. I believe that's when that first started. Yeah, pretty wild stuff. Yeah, it's if you look on YouTube for what was the I can't remember the interviewer, but he's sitting on a couch. He's got his telly and his Strat on a stand, and he plays, and it's amazing because they get like right on his fingers, like super close. It's an amazing interview, and it's at least an hour long, if not longer. I don't remember, but there's a lot of great material in there, both just facts and then him playing is ridiculous because, again, the camera footage is awesome. All right, let's see. I'm getting to the end of the fun facts in this section here. Let's see. I did some metal. Oh, all right. So this was a cool one. So the metal horns, that was basically invented or coined by Ronnie James Dio. Yeah. The devil's horns, a gesture often associated with metal music, was popularized by Ronnie James Dio. Yeah, because it was the symbol of the Italian horns, which is actually for good luck and to avoid the evil eye. So, yeah. So that was Dio. Ronnie James Dio. He was the one who started that whole thing. Let's see. Oh, this was pretty cool. Metallica's album Master of Puppets was considered one of the greatest metal albums of all time and was inducted into the National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress in 2016. It's pretty wild. That's right. Everybody's giving the horns for a little Dio. Let's see if I can remember some Dio. Starts out on the G. Something like that. Little Dio. Let's see. Oh, which brings us right to the next fun fact. Oh, that's hilarious. So let's see what everybody's saying here before I move on. Yeah, Ronnie James Dio, he said he got it from his mom. Yeah. I have the Italian horns gold trinket, you know. My dad had it and gave it to me. I have that. It was a big deal for the Italian folks. Us Italians with our evil eye to safeguard you from the evil eye. Yep. I saw him in an interview once. He said his mom was always going around doing that. That's so great. Can you imagine that back then? Ay. So that riff, Rainbow in the Dark, brings me to the next fun fact, which I totally forgot about. So I'm glad I did that and wound up the Maloke. Yes, Maloki. Oh, I'm probably not saying it right. The Italian in me is so far gone. Both my grandparents on both sides of the family, my dad and my mom, both spoke Italian. And this is how much they loved America. My grandfather came over in 1902. His name is on the wall in Ellis Island as one of the immigrants that came over. He came over in 1902. I think he was 1, possibly. But his name is on the wall. But anyway, this is how much they loved the country. They wouldn't speak Italian. They made us, the younger ones, learn English because they were so proud to be Americans. They didn't want to speak Italian over here. They only spoke it amongst themselves when they didn't want us to know what they were talking about. But yeah, they loved this country. They came from, poverty and didn't want to hear it. Just they're here, you're here, we speak English. That's how they looked at it. My grandparents came over the same time. Yeah. Yeah, it was a big time for immigrants back then, even the Irish coming over, and they had it tough. Those people had it tough back then. We are so spoiled, it's unbelievable. But let's not go there. Let's see. Jeff Beck had to do his own thing. He really wasn't good being a side player. Nah, he really wasn't. It was definitely he was destined for greater things, and thankfully he did, because at one point, here's another fun fact from that interview, he was going to be the Keith Richards of Rolling Stones. They wanted him in the Rolling Stones, and that would have been crazy, like having guitar solos like that in the Rolling Stones instead of what we have now. That would have been, who knows, could have been amazing. Just thinking about the songs and how they are, it seems a little weird, but yeah, Jeff was close to being the guitar player in the Rolling Stones. Oh, cool. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. I think my grandparents were from Sicily and Naples. Those were the two. Hey, Feisty Feather, what's up? Thanks for being here. So the other fun fact, which I got sidetracked from, and it had to do with this. Rainbow in the Dark was written by Dio when a beam of shining light into his hotel room from a disco ball from the disco that was going on across the street kept him awake. So he got inspired to write Rainbow in the Dark from a beam of light that kept flickering in from the rainbow ball across the street. Yep. All right, so let's see. Anything else that I wanted to talk about in the fun facts? Nope, I think I covered everything. Yeah, that's about it. I think we got it. Cool. Let's see what. Dio slept? I don't think so. I would have just shut the shades. Yeah, and then that would have been it. No guitar inspiration. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, man, I love my Parkers. I've been playing them all month. People were sick of me playing them, as a matter of fact. So now I'm on to the Pias. But yeah, I was playing the Parkers all month. Yeah, they're awesome guitars. They really are. They're my favorite guitars. All right, so let's see. Seems like the jamming to random keys is fun. Everybody seems to be digging that. So did I save this one? Crunchy demo. Let's go to the desktop. Are you there on the desktop? Crunchy. Is that it? Yep. All right. So anybody else got a key for me? I'm going to pick another one. Let's go to OpenSong and let's find ourselves a rock demo. Anybody got a key? You got a couple of seconds to find a key. Let's go here. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. What do we have at the bottom? What's this? Pop and rock. I remember that Straight Ahead was kind of cool, and Yeah, let's go with let's see what Nausea is. It's the 90s rock demo, so let's see what that is. And Archie says B flat. All right, so we'll go with B flat major. B flat major. Open up. B flat major, change the key. B flat, boom, there it is. All right, let's see what happens here. Muting it, give you the good audio. We're just gonna go for it. There we go. Is it working? Okay. Let's see what happened there. Okay, cool. I thought I hit the wrong button and paused everything. Yes. Whoop. Wait. I love B flat. Yes, B flat is fun. Throw in a diminished chord. Well, it didn't call for one, so I couldn't throw in the diminished chord. Woo! Thank you, thank you. A diminished. I think would be the chord in that key. Let's see. So B flat, yes. So you could do it there. A diminished, A minor 7 flat 5. Yep. But they didn't have an A at all. And there was no room because this was a very chordy backing track. So there was a lot of chords. And a lot of them were only 2 beats. So there was not enough time to do something over one particular chord that would have worked for a diminished. Yeah. But maybe next time. Key of B flat, or B flat major, C minor, D minor, E flat major, F major, G major, and A diminished. Yes. So in the key of B flat, there's 2 flats. B flat and E flat. Yes. Well, thank you. Let's see. Amazing how when playing lead you can wander so far away from the key yet still be in key. Yeah, you know, like there's a couple of times where I'll throw in some chromatic things just to pass and get through to the next section. So depending on where I am, I love doing some chromatic stuff off of, let's just calm it down a bit so there's not all the delay. But for like example in the B flat tune, so there was the B flat major scale, and then I would start looking at Locrian, which is also the diminished. But since there was no way to do that, when it went to G, because that's the relative minor, I was able to throw in this A flat with the B flat, and then I went a little chromatic in there somewhere. Pretty sure I did something like that. But that's really cool because any key you could do that in, you can definitely do chromatics to link things up and do half steps, because basically, and I've talked about this, every chord is one note away from being a completely different chord, and when you're playing lead, one way or the other, you're always one note away from either being wrong or right. So if you hit a wrong note, you can then use that as a passing tone and cleanly get to the next note without it sounding like a terribly bad mistake. And that's pretty much what you want to try and accomplish live if you're improvising is, oops, I hit a bad note, but try and make it work within the context. So, let's see. Those are unusually large guitar picks you have there. Either that or I don't understand perspective. No, they are... This is a extremely large pick. This is super thick. Okay? It's probably double the size of my regular pick that I use. I'll just put it next to a darker one. And then, like, the Les Paul pick is huge. I mean, that's a giant pick because he had arthritis. This is actually Les Paul's pick for those of you who weren't here when I talked about this. My friend Lou Palo gave me this. This is Les's pick. Les would go to hardware stores and buy plastic, hard plastic, and sandpaper and crazy glue. And he would crazy glue the sandpaper to this carved down piece of plastic and make picks so he wouldn't drop them because he had arthritis so bad. And it sounds great. It's actually a really good pick. And it's great for, it's almost like the John Petrucci signature pick, which I think I have right over here. So here's the John Petrucci pick. Let's put that in front of the white guitar. There you go. And here's the Les Paul pick, which is a lot bigger, but it's the same pointiness to it. So, really cool. And it's great for harmonics, too. It's a fast pick. But that's what these picks are. These are V picks, and they're also, let's get it in front of something black like my sweatshirt. They're pointy, and the cool thing about the V picks is if you drop them, which I don't really drop my pick, so I really don't care about this part, but every side is usable as a pick. So if you drop it, you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to pick it up, and then I got to hold it the right way. You just pick it up and go. So, yes. Pointiness. That's technical talk. Yes, it is. The pointiness. Yes. Let's see. Perspective. Vince's picks are tiny. Yes, they are. They are tiny. Some of them. Like this guy. This one is tiny. And my Jazz 3. These are tiny. Alright. But with this V pick, this is bigger. A lot bigger than the other one. And of course, my other pick that I use, my signature pick with me on it and the initials. This is a large pick, and I like this pick a lot. It's made out of, I can't remember the texture. It's a very easily gripped pick. It doesn't slide all over the place, so it's pretty cool. Let's see. I missed a couple things. Yeah, Beck and the Stones would never worked. Yeah, I evolved that egos, and I just don't think it was a good spot for him to be anyway. He wanted to rock out and wail and do all of these nice, pretty melodies, and the Stones weren't really all about that at all. Hey, both my parents came over from Ireland, worked hard their whole lives. Yep. Yeah. Getting back to the immigration stuff. Yeah. It's a different time back then. Craziness. Yep. Let's see. They worked hard to make it easy for all the generations to come. That's what they did. I thought you meant size, not thickness. That's what she said. Oh my goodness. Hilarious. That's my wife, everybody. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. I've been staying with Tiny Heavy and heavier lately. Yeah. I used to use metal picks at one point, too. So, you know, they really get the harmonics. The metal picks are pretty cool, but they kill the strings. Like you need a new set after one gig. You sell your signature picks. Yeah, I should. I don't have them up on the site yet. I actually have to order more and then package them and get them ready. But if you're interested, let me know, and once I get them together, I'll let you know. Yeah, they're great. They're made out of a non-slip material, which I can't remember. But basically, I found these at one of the hangs with Steve Vai, which I have right here, I think. Let's see, is it here? Move over. Yep, it's right here. My high-tech pick containers. Altoids. And more Altoid type things. Alright, so let's see. Is the pick here? So on one of his tours, Wendy and I went and we got to hang out with Steve. And I asked him about having hand injuries, and we got into this big conversation about hand injuries. And he had his pick because he was playing around before the show. And he put the pick down on the table to show how he did these stretches. And then it was time for him to do sound check, so he went. And he left the pick there, and I said, "You want that back?" He goes, "No, keep it." So at the bottom, super tiny. And the artwork was awesome. That's the whole thing, is I wanted to show you guys the artwork on the pick. Oh, come on. There you go. And then on the back, a little more Steve. But in the microscopic print, it says In Tune Picks. So I was like, oh, cool. So I liked the pick and I liked the way it felt, and I didn't want to, use it because it was Steve's. So I figured, it's cool. I'm going to go and call these guys and make my own pick. So they actually had one that was pointy. So I used that. It was basically a large Jazz 3 style, and then we have a small Jazz 3 style. So these are my two picks. One's bigger, one's smaller. And I go through both of those along with my little array of choices here. Just because I'm picky. So yeah, that's my my pick. Oops, I put it in the wrong one. Those are normal people picks, and these are all the picks that I've acquired over the years from other rock stars, which we could talk about. Hey, why not? Guitar picks. So this one is Nuno's guitar pick. No, Jim, you can't have it. Sorry. Nuno's guitar pick. He-Man Woman Hater. Nuno Betancourt. He gave me that at one of the guitar clinics he was doing when I was working with Washburn and hanging out. I have some old pictures of us together. Here's George Lynch from Dokken, and this was actually from Lynch Mob. That. What else do I have in here? I've got Andy Timmons. I have Yngwie. Where is Yngwie? I know I have Yngwie. And these are the picks that I haven't had a chance to put into my pick collection. Oh, here. So check this out. So, so this one, or this one. Nope, this is Andy Timmons. This one or one of them, where is it? I can't find it now, is John Petrucci's pick, because he gave me his Jazz 3s, and I had my Jazz 3s in my pocket, and I put his pick in my pocket, and we both used the same pick. So one of those two is his. Yes, Nuno. Who else? I have Ace Frehley. Is that Ace Frehley? Yep. The Space Ace. Ace Frehley. When I met him, he did a guitar clinic at Robbie's Music where I used to work years ago, and what a disaster. This was when he was still drinking, and he came, he sat down, there was about 1,000 people in both the store and out on the sidewalk and into the parking lot, and the police had to come and kind of rile everybody up and form a line, and it was a disaster. And Ace signed about 15 autographs and said, "I'm hungry. Let's go. Let's go to dinner now." Oh, and I forgot. He was 2 hours late. So that was it. We had to close the store. We had to get people out. We almost had a riot. And we took him to dinner. Yeah, that was an interesting time. Man, this one kid came in and had his guitar signed with a nail. He asked him to scrape Ace into his Les Paul. So, no George Jones picks. Nope, sorry. Yeah, we weren't too thrilled about that, man. It could have turned out pretty bad because there was an awful lot of people there, and they waited hours before we opened. And then he was 2 hours late, and then he only signed, like I said, 15, 20 autographs tops. And he's like, "I'm hungry. Let's go. Take me to dinner." The next time I met him, he was really cool, though. So we'll do a redeeming story of Ace. So in between the redeeming story of Ace and this terrible, experience, I'm giving a lesson to this kid, and he loved Ace Frehley, and Ace signed this poster for me, and I had to pick. So I had to pick in the poster. Kid was super excited, couldn't believe I met Ace, and he this is a great story, actually. This is true story. Loved Ace. I stood up and I said, you know what? I don't really care for Ace. Told the kid the story. I said, here. I gave this kid the poster, right? He flipped out. He couldn't believe I was giving him my signed poster. I said, I have another thing that he signed for me. You could have the poster. Don't worry about it. So I gave the kid the poster, and I swear to God, on a stack of Bibles, that night I went to the China Club in the city to see a friend's band play, and there's this guy at the bar. I go up to the bar, and I go to buy a drink, and he looks at me. I look at him, and I'm like, you look familiar. And he goes, you look familiar too. And he laughed. And I said, wait a minute. I said, you're Ace Frehley. Of course you look familiar. He goes, yeah, I am Ace Frehley. And I said, yeah, you did a clinic at a store where I worked about 4 years ago. And he goes, oh, cool. And I didn't like go on like, hey, you left and you're a jerk. I just said, yeah, you did a clinic. And he's like, oh, cool. So now check this out. He goes, let me pay for your drink. And we chatted for a while, and he was super cool. So I can't say anything bad about the guy because he redeemed himself after and I'm thinking, Jesus, I just ripped your poster off the wall and gave it to some kid because I hated you, and now I can't hate you anymore because you're really cool. So that was that. Yeah. Fun stuff. All right, so it's looking like we have pushed the 2-hour limit again, and I think what I'll do is I'll do one original and call it a night. Call it a month. How about that? I'm going to call it a month. Oh, yeah. So, thank you all, seriously, for hanging out with me every night and making this a real lot of fun and easy to do because I had people to talk to. I mean, there's still 20-something people on. And for me, that's a lot. You know, I know there's other people who stream and have hundreds of people on, but for me, 20 to 25 is a good night. So thank you all for being here and for continuing to be here. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a true story. I can't remember the kid that I gave the poster to, but I know he went home super happy. And that night, Ace was in the bar, totally nuts. But anyway, thank you all for being here. I totally appreciate everybody for hanging out and doing these daily streams with me. Some of you have been here pretty much for every one, which is awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna do a song. We'll call it a night. And like I said, we'll call it a month. We'll end with WMD, something nice and heavy. And I don't know when I'll be back. We'll see. It might be as soon as tomorrow. You never know. But again, I'm not sure what May is going to bring. But we did every day in April to celebrate Guitar Month. Mission accomplished. All right, here we go. This one's called WMD. Nope, that wasn't WMD at all. Oh, I gotta love this software. Come on, is that it now? That's it. Here we go.
been proven that the real weapon of mass destruction is human.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here all month. Lasers. Yes. And I appreciate everybody hanging out. Have a great week, month. We'll see. I'll be back. I'm not sure when. But I really appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been a great time. And yeah, we'll see what we got for next time. So happy April, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll see what happens in May. Again, couldn't have done it without everybody, so thank you for being here. And I appreciate everybody who took the time and went over to Twitch for me. And remember, look for the notifications on Twitch and YouTube. But Facebook will probably be very limited going forward. All right? So if you're not on either of those two channels and you're still hanging on Facebook, hop over to the other ones. All right. And remember, if you sign up with Prime, it's free. And I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Be well.